What's up, world? It's K.Spade the Prospect, aka the Big Blue Chevy Driver, and sometimes referred to as the YouTube Rookie of the Year. I'm bringing you guys some NCAA football 12 gameplay. I'm bringing it a little different though. Every time you see me playing NCAA, well, every time I'm playing NCAA, I'm doing a Pigskin Pro. That's the Road to Glory series where I play from one player's perspective. So I'm a little rusty on the head-to-head, but the gameplay is really not even the main thing I'm bringing you guys today. I want to open the floor. I want this to be an open discussion, not necessarily a debate, but for those that don't know, college football season is over. It's going into the bowl season. That's a great thing for every college football fan. But it's this time every year that people like Todd McShay and Mel Kiper just flood your sports networks with who they feel like is the best NFL-ready players. And, you know, I listen to these things. I'm a sport fanatic, for those that don't know. So I'm always listening. And whereas I agree with a lot, it's always something that just blows my mind. So in respects to the quarterback position, they're either talking about Andrew Luck or Andrew Luck or Andrew Luck. And this is one kid, Andrew Luck, and then squeeze in a little bit of Matt Barkley. Now, first of all, let me start off by saying I am an Andrew Luck fan. Andrew Luck is the real deal. I've been saying it for a couple of years now. I really feel like he's the prototype quarterback. And I like Matt Barkley. I feel like, if anything, Matt Barkley might be underrated because not only is his numbers pretty comparable, but at the same time, he's playing in a bit of a hotbed out there at USC with all the scandal and, you know what I'm saying? They stay in the news for all the wrong reasons. Not to mention, this guy has to put up with Lane Kiffin. I can't stomach that guy. Like, when he come on the TV for an interview, by the time the interview is over, I'm looking for a trash can to throw up in. The fact that he puts up with Lane Kiffin, hey, he needs kudos for that. But the point of this video, in my opinion, is one other name that has to be thrown into this hat. And if it's not thrown into this hat, I really need somebody to explain to me why it shouldn't be. So I want to also say that RG3, Robert Griffin III, for those that don't know him by his nickname or whatnot, deserves to be thrown in. I feel like if you are an NFL team, instead of every team fighting for Andrew Luck, somebody needs to be putting themselves in a position to get RG3. Because see, look, I'm a Dolphin fan. That's a pretty difficult thing to be. We haven't had a quarterback that was halfway worth a damn since Dan Marino. And it just blows my mind because to me the Dolphins continue to get like career backup players. I mean, guys that they know can carry their team into the future, and then they try to get them to carry their team into the future. So I mean, as a Dolphin fan, I can speak for my team and say if the Dolphins got RG3, I don't know, I might turn a backflip. So I got some numbers here because a wise man named Jay-Z once said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So my opinion is going to be this, your opinion is that, somebody else's opinion might stink. Forget all that. I got numbers here. So first of all, let's be honest. The last time anybody said the word Baylor talking about college sports, they was talking about ladies basketball. Let's keep it 100, y'all. Nobody was having college football discussions at their job, around the water cooler, tank, whatever the hell you want to call it, at school, in the cafeteria with your homeboys. Nobody was saying, yo, see Baylor last night? Nobody was saying that, y'all. Let's keep it 100. So the fact that he has even put this school in a college football conversation already speaks volumes, you know what I'm saying, for what he's getting done. So he finished this last season with the highest QB rating out of all the quarterbacks. Now, for those who don't know, it's a shitload of college teams. It's over 100. So his QB rating of 192.3 is the highest QB rating of any quarterback. And look at Baylor's defensive backs while I'm talking. I mean, really, y'all? Let's look at this again. First of all, I'm playing strong safety. I think I'm number 6. So I run over there, run past the guy who is supposed to be defending, and then I somewhat make the tackle. Anyway, let me get back to my debate here. Now, I'm going to compare his numbers with Andrew Luck. I'm not trying to say he's better than Andrew Luck and Andrew Luck is better. I'm comparing him to Andrew Luck because Andrew Luck is the guy that everyone is saying should be number 1. So, I mean, if you want to value something, you're going to compare it to what's best. I can't give you the value of some old beat-up tennis shoes without comparing it to some really good tennis shoes. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You don't look at a girl and say, she all right. You look at a girl and you say, based off all the women I've seen, you know what I'm saying? If you just left your math class and it's a bad chick in there, you get to your English class and somebody say this chick is pretty, first thing you're going to say is, she all right, because I just came from looking at Monique with the big booty. You know what I'm saying? Because Monique going to be the freshest thing in your mind. So anyway, Andrew Luck had a 167.5 QB rating. That was 5th in the NCAA. I know this sounds elementary, but walk with me. So 4 quarterbacks had better QB ratings than Andrew Luck. So we're going to say, okay, you can't just go on QB rating, but because maybe he had better yards. Maybe okay, I'm with you. Let's jump to yards. Andrew Luck threw the ball. He threw 3,170 yards. That was 24th in the NCAA. So RG3 threw for what I'm going to say is 4,000 yards. He basically threw for 3,998. But can we give him 2 yards? Let's give him 2 yards. He threw for 4,000 yards. That's 6th. That's 6th. All right. Let's go to touchdowns. Andrew Luck threw for 35. That's pretty doggone good. That's 5th. But RG3 threw for 36. That's 4th. So he is beating Andrew Luck in every statistical category. Every statistical category. Not like 1 or 2. Every. All right, let's keep going. Interceptions. Andrew Luck threw 9. RG3 only threw 6. On 4,000 passing yards, only 6 interceptions. That's pretty amazing. So granted, Baylor was 9-3, and Stanford only lost 1 game. So, you know, definitely some of that credit has to go to Andrew Luck, and I'm definitely cool giving him that. Against ranked teams, Stanford was 2-1. Baylor was 3-2. So they both, you know, they came out on the positive side of 500 against ranked teams. Against top 10 teams, Stanford was 0-1. Baylor was 1-1. This is Baylor, y'all. Keep that in mind through this whole video. We're talking about Baylor, and we ain't talking about Brittany. We on the men's football side, y'all. We talking about Baylor, and they in the Big 12. And let's keep it 100. The Big 12 is not the SEC. They're not that powerhouse, but at the same time, this ain't the WAC. I mean, this ain't a scrub conference over there. This is the Big 12. All right. So I mean, I'm looking at this. Twice he had over 100 yards rushing in a game. I think he finished with somewhere around 700-800 yards rushing on the season. Don't quote me on that because I ain't actually looked that up, so I don't know. But I just feel like he's a complete package. Now, let me jump back to Andrew Luck for a minute. Andrew Luck runs a different style of offense. The offense that they have out there is tight end heavy. I'll be the first to give him his kudos. I mean, they don't really just line up, streak out 5 receivers and toss it down the field. They don't. But whereas you can look at that as a plus, you can also look at it, I mean, you can look at it as a con, but you can look at it as a plus. You know, so I was having this discussion at work, and a guy was saying, yeah, Andrew Luck didn't throw more yards because they don't have that spread offense. They don't throw the ball like that. And I told him, if he threw 9 interceptions in his offense, don't you think he would have thrown a few more if he was throwing the ball a hell of a lot more? Come on, let's be honest now. I mean, let's be honest. So this is what I want to say. And, you know, the video is about over. I'm about to wrap it up, but I really want to say this. If Andrew Luck gets taken #1 overall, I have absolutely no problem with that. Because this is not Andrew Luck's first year of doing it big. It's not his first year of putting up beast numbers. He is a beast. If I'm a GM or I'm a head coach, if I can take Andrew Luck, I'm going to take his ass in a New York second. But you best believe if Andrew Luck is gone, I'm looking at RG3. And somebody's going to be hard-pressed to tell me if Andrew Luck is gone, they're not looking RG3. And I wouldn't even be mad if RG3 went first. Hey, I'm just saying, I know when you say RG3 go first, all the Andrew Luck supporters around the world are like, I know. You can take your breath. But seriously, y'all, you know, look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. 6'2", 220, dude out of Texas. Big-time play. So with that being said, I also want to throw in the fact that RG3 hasn't even declared for the draft. We don't even know if this guy is going or not. But I honestly feel like he should. And I don't want to make it, you know, all money. I know people say, oh, you should stay, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I definitely want to say this. After what he did with Baylor this year, winning the Heisman, winning the Davy O'Brien Award. I just don't think he can possibly make his draft stock any higher than it is now. And if I'm him, I'm going pro. And, you know, I really hope an NFL team get their mind right and put the stereotypes out of their head. And I hope they go for, you know, what the numbers say. And if you don't get Andrew Luck, you should get RG3. And if you don't get RG3, you should get Andrew Luck. So that's all I got for this video, y'all. Like I said, I really want to open the table here. I want to read comments, and I want some people throwing some numbers at me. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Let me know if you agree. But that's all I got, folks. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.